Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Whitfield Report. Finally broadcasting live to the public from South Florida. I am so glad to have you guys here tonight. As always, for the show, contact info for the show. As always, you can reach me via social media. Follow me on Twitter at @SamDaver_NGC. Follow me on Gap at Sam Whitfield. Instagram at @SamDaver_NGC. TheSamWhitfield.com is my website. Facebook.com/Whitfield Report. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have I finally have my call-in line set up. I tested this last week, privately, and it seemed to work out pretty well. So anyway, that phone number if you would like to call in, and let's be honest, most of you are probably just going to call in to prank me, and I'm sure Legal Latino Heat will call in here at some point. But that phone number, for those of you interested in calling, is 941-564-5805. You can also super chat me via PayPal at paypal.com/Whitfield Report Pod or Whitfield Pod, and I'll post that URL here in a bit. But anyway, folks, tonight's show is mainly a free for all, as it were. I'm doing an open line Saturday show, mainly because I have to admit I didn't do much show prep, but that's just the way things are. I do have some breaking news of Trump. He just recently made a speech about immigration and the cancellation of Nancy Pelosi's flight. He obviously sent that letter out on Thursday, which was my birthday, so it was a hilarious birthday present, and I'm really glad he did it. As people have said, he may be a one-term president, and let's be honest, the media is going to try and thrash him even more than they did in 2016. And who knows? He may come out and win a second time around. I'm not going to discount that possibility of him winning a second term. That would be absolutely terrific if he could do that just to piss off the left and the neocons and the never-Trumpers, which, let's be honest, are those folks even around anymore? I don't know. But I do know that that between the never-Trumpers and Antifa, and just the establishment in general, the fact that they're all in a tizzy over first Trump firing Mattis, and now Trump canceling Nancy Pelosi's trip is absolutely, it's hilarious to me how much they're how much in a tizzy they are over this. It's hilarious. So, without further ado, I'm going to play Trump's speech from earlier today on immigration at the border and he makes the case once again for why we need a border wall. And I know the guys over ROTC said this early in the week, but I completely agree. Trump should keep the government shut down until we get the damn wall. That's all there is to it. So this is Trump's speech on immigration today, part number 3 to this whole immigration thing. It's kind of like he's doing a trilogy of speeches almost. Roll the tape.
Just a short time ago, I had the honor of presiding over the swearing in of 5 new great American citizens. It was a beautiful ceremony and a moving reminder of our nation's proud history of welcoming legal immigrants from all over the world into our national family. I told them that the beauty and majesty of citizenship is that it draws no distinctions of race or class or faith or gender or background. All Americans, whether first generation or 10th generation, are bound together in love and loyalty, friendship and affection. We are all equal. We are one team and one people proudly saluting one great American flag. We believe in a safe and lawful system of immigration, one that upholds our laws, our traditions, and our most cherished values. Unfortunately, our immigration system has been badly broken for a very long time. Over the decades, many presidents and many lawmakers have come and gone, and no real progress has been made on immigration. We are now living with the consequences, and they are tragic, brought about by decades of political stalemate, partisan gridlock, and national neglect. There is a humanitarian and security crisis on our southern border that requires urgent action. Thousands of children are being exploited by ruthless coyotes and vicious cartels and gangs. 1 in 3 women is sexually assaulted on the dangerous journey north. In fact, many loving mothers give their young daughters birth control pills for the long journey up to the United States.
Now, real quick, I love what he's doing right here, right now, bringing up the children. I love that he's doing that, actually, because this is exactly what the left does all the time. Oh, the children, we have to open up the borders to let the women and children come in. Well, now he's, you guys wanted to play that game. Now he's bringing up women and children and using it as a reason for why we should have the border wall. And by the way, everything he's saying about the drug cartels using women and children to traffic and drugs is all true. We've known it for years. But for whatever reason, the left only cares about women and children when it's convenient for them. So, and yes, real quick, I will address the bathrobe that you guys see in the corner up there. I've just had that hanging up there for years since I've moved here to Florida. I do need to move that. I don't know. I guess that's my Big Lebowski equivalent robe that you're saying. Yeah, I can't speak tonight, and I'm not even drunk yet. So oh boy. But yeah, the fact that Trump is bringing up the women and children thing, which is the left's favorite talking point, that must really piss Nancy Pelosi off. That he's using her own talking point against her now. It's beautiful.
States, because they know they may be raped or sexually accosted or assaulted. Nearly 50 migrants a day are being referred for urgent medical care. Vast quantities of lethal narcotics are flooding through our border and into our communities, including meth, cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl. Drugs kill 78,000 Americans a year and cost our society in excess of $700 billion. Heroin alone kills 300 Americans a week, 90% of which comes across our southern border. We can stop heroin. Illegal immigration reduces wages and strains public services. The lack of border control provides a gateway, a very wide and open gateway, for criminals and gang members to enter the United States, including the criminal aliens who murdered a brave California police officer only a day after Christmas. I've gotten to know and love angel moms, dads, and family who lost loved ones to people illegally in our country. I want this to end. It's got to end now. These are not talking points. These are the heartbreaking realities that are hurting innocent, precious human beings every single day on both sides of the border. As a candidate for president, I promised I would fix this crisis, and I intend to keep that promise one way or the other. Our immigration system should be the subject of pride, not a source of shame, as it is all over the world.
Again, everything he's saying here is 100% correct about the border wall here. Why is it that immigration wasn't an issue on the table until he became a candidate for president? Why is that? It's because it was the elephant in the room that no one wanted to talk about. And most likely it was also because the special interests politicians were benefiting from all these drugs coming over the border. I mean, the DEA really was the DEA kicked into high gear once this whole drug war started. That's another topic for another stream. Man, oh man, was I red-pilled a few years ago on just how bad the drug war is. So, yeah. Let's see. Johnny, no, I'm not taking my pants off. So, let's see. But yeah, the phone line is open, guys. So I'm analyzing Trump's speech. I'm also going to be talking about the red moon eclipse later tonight because that's hilarious. The doomsdayers are out in full swing again. It's the red moon. An apocalypse is upon us. No, guys. But yeah, if anyone wants to call in and bust my chops, or because that's what you guys do, I know, feel free to call. The number is 941-564-5805, 941-564-5805. Again, that number is 941-564-5805. I won't buy the entirety of this speech, although it is entertaining to see more people getting upset over what I think is a pretty... You know, they say Trump is a heartless bastard, but Trump is placating to the left's emotions now, and isn't that what we wanted? A more emotional, more understanding President Trump? That's what they were saying. Oh, Trump has no heart. Well, he's showing he has heart now, but you guys aren't listening. Also, if Joe Matarese does want to call in, I'm all for that. If Owen Benjamin wants to call in, I'm all for that as well.
System should be the envy of the world, not a symbol of disunity and dysfunction. The good news is these problems can all be solved, but only if we have the political courage to do what is just and what is right. Both sides in Washington must simply come together, listen to each other, put down their armor, build trust, reach across the aisle, and find solutions. It is time to reclaim our future from the extreme voices who fear compromise and demand open borders, which means drugs pouring in, human trafficking, and a lot of crime. That is why I am here today, to break the logjam and provide Congress with a path forward to end the government shutdown and solve the crisis on the southern border. If we are successful in this effort, we will then have the best chance in a very long time at real bipartisan immigration reform. And it won't stop here. It will keep going until we do it all. The proposal I will outline today is based on, first and foremost, on input from our border agents and Homeland Security professionals, and professionals they are. They know what they're doing. It is a compassionate response to the ongoing tragedy on our southern border. In recent weeks, we have met with large numbers of Democrat lawmakers to hear their ideas and suggestions. By incorporating the priorities of rank-and-file Democrats in our plan, we hope they will offer their enthusiastic support, and I think many will. This is a common-sense compromise both parties should embrace. The radical left can never control our borders. I will never let it happen. Walls are not immoral. In fact, they are the opposite.
Speaking of walls, I know that some people in my audience are iffy on Laura Loomer, but I have to give Laura Loomer credit where credit is due. The fact that she let a whole bunch of illegal immigrants onto Nancy Pelosi's property was a genius move. It forced Nancy Pelosi to really, own up to her own, pro-illegal immigration nonsense. So I thought that was hilarious. But anyway, yeah. Also, my PayPal address is in the window now. So if you feel like super chatting me, air quotes, that's the way to do it. And thanks for the likes and for the views and for subscribing to the show as always. So let me wrap this up here, and I'll do my post-analysis of this clip, kind of a play-by-play, and what I think should happen with the wall going forward.
Of immoral, because they will save many lives and stop drugs from pouring into our country. Our plan includes the following: $800 million in urgent humanitarian assistance, $805 million for drug detection technology to help secure our ports of entry, an additional 2,750 border agents and law enforcement professionals, 75 new immigration judge teams to reduce the court backlog of, believe it or not, almost 900,000 cases. However, the whole concept of having lengthy trials for anyone who sets one foot in our country unlawfully must be changed by Congress. It is unsustainable. It is ridiculous. Few places in the world would even consider such an impossible nightmare. Our plan includes critical measures to protect migrant children from exploitation and abuse. This includes a new system to allow Central American minors to apply for asylum in their home countries and reform to promote family reunification for unaccompanied children, thousands of whom wind up on our border doorstep. To physically secure our border, the plan includes $5.7 billion for a strategic deployment of physical barriers, or a wall. This is not a 2,000-mile concrete structure from sea to sea. These are steel barriers in high-priority locations. Much of the border is already protected by natural barriers such as mountains and water. We already have many miles of barrier, including 115 miles that we are currently building or under contract. It will be done quickly. Walls are not...
Crap, I scrolled back there. But, for those of you who just saw what Trump was saying about the wall here, that's a great, screenshot of Trump's face. It's a totally great meme. But, I'm glad that Trump is clarifying what the border wall structure actually is, because all these idiots, and some of them admittedly are on the right too, they seem to think that this border wall structure is going to be like a great big superdome or a great big wall around the entire country. Which, to be honest, I wouldn't even mind that. Like, I even think Florida needs like a moat or something. I don't know quite how we would do that, but I mean, Florida is just exposed. I mean, we have Cubans coming over. We've had Cubans coming over for decades now, long before I was here. What do I know? I'm a Colorado boy, so. But yeah, the fact that Trump is saying that this isn't a full-on war on the country is it destroys the narrative that Trump wants to lock down the entire country. I've also heard the narrative that Trump wants that he's not building the wall to keep illegals out. He's building the walls to keep us in. That's what all my lefty peers in college have been saying for a while. And all I can say is, even if we were going to be walled in, as long as he's POTUS, I don't mind. So, alright, at this point, I think that's enough of Trump's speech. If you guys want to watch the rest, I will have a link to this video in the show notes after the show is over. By the way, big shout out to Mersh over at Nightwave Radio. I'm told that we have more info on on one of our mutual friends later tonight. But so be sure to check out his show at 10 p.m. So, or 10:05, I think is more the right start time, right? Anyway, let's, enough of Trump. Okay. By the way, call-in line, again, 941-564-5805 if you want to call in, or you can PayPal me, paypal.me/WhitfieldReport. I'm reading these off to you, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, you guys watching the stream can see this, but we also have an audio podcast. So if you're ever unavailable to watch this program, you can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever else you get your podcasts on. And that's also how I make my money, too. No, Canada. That wasn't a jab at Bush either. So here's the general rule in broadcasting I've found. You tell people that you start at 8 or 9 or whatever, and then you start at like 9:05 or 8:05. That's the way I've always done my show. So, it gives people a way to show up and actually fill a room, so to speak. But anyway, so speaking of the internet and whatnot, and all men of stupid people out there, not that any of you are dumb, but the rest of the internet is. Let's be honest. I guess there's a super blood moon forming later tonight. Maybe it's already formed. I don't know. Let's see. But these blood moon things always fascinate me. So yeah. From space.com. Super Blood Wolf Moon webcast. How to watch the 2019 total lunar eclipse online. Oh boy, I don't think Owen Benji is going to like this very much. Not only did we not go to the moon, but now the moon is angry at Owen. It's turning bright red. Oh boy, this is not going to be good. The total lunar eclipse of January 2019 promises to be a spectacle to behold, and may be visible to millions across North and South America, weather permitting. But if Mother Nature prevents you from seeing the moon larval, fear not. Why am I reading this in a vaudeville accent? Works. I'll continue. You can always tune in to the blood moon on your favorite digital devices in some free webcast. 20th, beginning just minutes after 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, good. So, we could actually watch one of these things. Who knows? I might stay on here for I might actually stay on here. Usually I would close out so that the audience can go to commercial. I might actually try and find one of these things if any of you are curious. So, okay. On the night of January 20th, beginning just minutes after 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time, the moon will noticeably progressively get darker. The sun, the earth, and the moon will converge in an instance of wizardry. No, that's not what it says. The moon will converge in an instance of perfect cosmic alignment to create a total lunar eclipse, also known as wizardry once again. The online observatory SLA, whatever, will host a free webcast on whatever. Sounds like a word a retarded person made up. You can sign up for a free account. We'll simulcast the feed on spaces.com's homepage, courtesy of Sleuth. If you guys are willing to stick around, I'll live stream this thing. But what would even be better is if what if I sent a link? Oh no, I can't because all my channels are blocked. Never mind. I was gonna send my buddy Owen Benjamin a live feed of me watching the blood moon, but unfortunately I can't do that. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, 10:30 p.m. So just in about an hour from now, we will be watching the moon turn red. And it'll be the end of the world as we know it. Not really. So, what else is in the news? Band on the Moon. By the way, I'm still taking calls. Not if any of you are interested. 941-564-5805. Haven't gotten a call yet. Let's see. Now in the news, I do want to read for you the actual text of Donald Trump's letter to Speaker Pelosi, because this is, as James Woods put it, master of the universe level trolling. So, and like I said, this came out on my birthday, so this was a great birthday present, if I do say so myself. Okay, here's the transcript of the letter from President Trump to Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. So this is regarding immigration. This was issued on my birthday, January 17th, 2019. Dear Madam Speaker, due to the shutdown, I am sorry to inform you that your trip to Brussels, Egypt, and Afghanistan has been postponed. We will reschedule this 7-day excursion when the shutdown is over. In light of the 800,000 great American workers not receiving pay, I am sure you would agree that postponing this public relations event is totally appropriate. Believe me. I also feel that during this period, it would be better if you were in Washington negotiating with me and joining the strong border security movement to end the shutdown. Obviously, if you would like to make your journey by flying commercial, that would certainly be your prerogative. She also has more than enough money, folks, to do that, by the way, but of course she won't because she's an elitist. I look forward to seeing you soon, and even more forward to watching our open and dangerous southern border finally receive the attention, funding, and security it so desperately deserves. Sincerely, Donald J. Trump. Ooh, download the president's letter. Oh, I'll do that later. None of you guys want to watch me actually watching a download. Believe me, that's boring. A storm of wrenches. Someone call this guy. Go already. Okay. Is it tonight or the 20th? Let me check. I might have misread that, but let me see. Oh, it's tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So forgive my mess up. A storm of wrenches got it right. It's January 20th. I must have done the thing where my brain filled in today's day. So, but I will still live stream the solar eclipse event, because why not? Okay, we have our first caller too. So let me switch back. Okay. Oh, damn it. I missed it. So whoever wanted to call in, please dial again. I was slow on the uptake, but in the meantime, let me see who all is in here. A storm of wrenches. Okay, somehow a storm of wrenches is not moderated. Van Allen's belt is not moderated either. We're fixing that, so welcome to the mod squad. Okay. Hello, call. You're on air. Yes, I am. Uh, I actually think that the likelihood of us getting the wall with Trump is actually fairly good, actually.
Do you think it would be a good compromise if he traded something like amnesty for the wall?
Well,
Because
we tried
I
that
heard
under
rumors going.
Reagan,
Yeah,
and
Reagan wasn't a real conservative. He was like he was a Trump. I mean, not a. He was like a free market guy more than an actual conservative.
so I mean, what do you think we should do for getting the wall?
I mean, personally, I think Trump should. I think he should. Well, first of all, not just for getting the wall, but I think he should start suing media, like liberal media, for explaining in places like the UK. And I also think he should work on repealing the 1965 Immigration Act. I think that would be a good place to start before even worrying about the wall.
I I I think I'm not too familiar with the 1965 Immigration Act as much as I'm familiar with the Civil Rights Act. I think definitely building the structure is something that needs to happen, and I'm glad it's finally happening. So,
hmm So, and what do you think of like over these past couple of years? There's been a lot of changes in our society. So, what do you think of that? Like all of this transgender stuff. Like, we
oh,
really do live in a society.
yeah, in terms of that whole transgender thing, look, as long as they're like two consenting adults, I don't mind what you do. I'm fairly libertarian in that sense. If you want to be gay, you can be gay. If you want to be straight, whatever. As long as it's with two consenting adults, I don't really care. Like morally, I don't approve of it, but it's their decision. But as far as this whole thing with the transgender people wanting to go after kids, that is sick. I think. Um,
Yeah, I would say I'm a bit more extreme than you. I would like to see a theocracy implemented, preferably in an Orthodox one.
hmm. So are you Catholic by chance? Because the Catholics don't exactly have the Catholic Church at least doesn't have the reputation for moral
Oh no, I'm
purity
not
right now.
Catholic. I'm not Catholic. I'm Orthodox, and
Hmm.
I would like to see a theocracy implemented.
I
Catholics, I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff in the Vatican.
yeah, Vatican, yeah.
Yeah, like that really does say a lot about our society. Like the Vatican's been oppressing people for ages.
Yeah, I have to say this, I'm not a big fan of Milo Yiannopoulos, not as much as I was, but
Milo.
he did
Yeah,
recently
Milo. He's kind of a neocon. I don't really like him too much.
because Milo does not seem like a neocon to me.
He's a shill for the whole foreign wars thing. Big supporter of Israel.
Hmm. Didn't well, I mean he's changed a lot too since when he first came on the
Yeah, I haven't been
scene.
following him much. Yeah, I think he's like a shill.
Oh, well, he's desperate for money now. I know that. And
Yeah.
I
He
got.
got diagnosed with AIDS, actually.
Is that official or I mean?
He posted something on his Instagram, and it was blurred out, but he had some kind of some strand of AIDS.
Well, if that's the case, then I think I mean Lee Stranahan didn't exactly say AIDS, but he did say a few years ago that he was concerned that Milo would be unhealthy. So
Yeah, I mean that's usually what happens with these people, if you could really call them that.
hmm. You mean the gays?
Yeah, the homosexuals.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, it's certainly a weird society we're living in that we're propping this stuff up. Like I said, I don't, as long as they keep out of my life, I'm okay with it. But the just the mass praise, that is something of it that really does rub me the wrong way.
I wouldn't really
Figuratively.
consider myself a libertarian like you.
Hmm.
I would say I'm more of an authoritarian.
So you're hardcore authoritarian then.
Yeah, well, not hardcore. I'd like to see the markets regulated, because like this whole stuff about our society, lots of people being oppressed, specifically gamers. Like this Gamergate stuff, it's gotten really bad.
Yeah. So you're one of the Gamergate guys
Yeah, I'm a
then.
gamer.
Hmm. An authoritarian gamer. So that's an interesting combo. So
Well, I used to be a libertarian. I was just like, yeah, leave it up to the market. But now that they've gone to the gamers, I'm not really a fan of big business.
yeah.
I'd like to see bankers lined up, hung, and same with women, minorities, and niggers.
Oh, okay. That's that's a little too far. So yeah, I'm not that authoritarian. I knew that guy was a troll as well, but anyway. So, gamer authoritarians. That's a new one. So, let's see. Yeah, I knew I knew this was going to lead into trolling calls. This is why I need a call screener too. So they don't have systems for that anymore. Okay, now who's calling? This ought to be fun.
Call from.
I am.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. Okay, I've sent the caller to voicemail. Goodbye.
Yeah, okay. So the guy that called that sounded like the exact same guy. So let's see. All right, that was fun. Again, this is why I need a call screener. So, which I used to have back in the old days. And by the way, my call screener at the time was gay. But anyway. So what else is in the news, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. No, I am pretty loose, Van Allen belt. So, okay, now I've got multiple calls coming in. Take your pants off. Let it flow. Yeah. By the way, I do have voicemail, so if you guys want to leave a voicemail, I could always play calls that way too. Alright, let's try another one, shall we? Hello? Who's this? Ah, they hung up. Yeah, now they're hanging up. So that's to be expected. But by the way, I might as well put this out there. I for those who don't know me very well, who are new to the program, I did make my bones by interviewing Ben Shapiro back in 2012. So let's see. Answer the phone. Well, no one's calling in yet, Johnny. Maybe it's on a delay though. Let's see, both of you. See, this is the fun of live streaming, the randomness of it all. So, yeah. Gamers are fucking oppressed. Let's see. Dude, you... Okay, well, call back in. Alright, we're back.
Call from.
My name is John, and I kind of wanted to talk to you about the...
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hey, John, welcome to the show.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, you're on air.
Oh, good. It seems I'm kind of delayed. Yeah, so... Geez, it's really delayed, wow. Well, I kind of wanted to talk to you about the opioid crisis, if that's not too much to ask.
No, not at all. The opioid crisis is one I'm interested in. And folks, we've got a call right now, so if you're trying to dial, hang up.
Oh, well, it's, yeah, the opioid crisis is very important to me because, I used to be a heroin addict, right? And it all started when I was driving in my car, and suddenly this 18-wheeler T-boned me, and I was injured, very seriously injured. I had to have my knee replaced, and it was a very painful, horrible experience. And, you know, because of where I live, the laws, they make it so that you can't give too much painkillers to someone. It's capped at a pretty low amount of, you know, painkillers in comparison to other states, and it was very difficult. And what happened was, after they let me out of the hospital, is I had to I purchased morphine off of the Dream Market and heroin, and it went to the point in which I was in real life, you know, going to heroin shacks, if you would, and I was homeless for a while. It was a very dark period in my life because of how addicted I was to the opioids and the pain and all that. To this day, I have a Vicodin prescription, legitimate Vicodin prescription, because of my horrible knee pains and troubles with that. But, you know, what is your opinion on the whole thing?
Well, it sounds to me like you're, like you, still have a drug problem, my friend, if you're still on, you know, Vicodin and whatnot. What's your opinion on the whole drug crisis? You led with a story, but you don't really seem to have a point.
Oh, well, I was mainly just saying how horrible opioids are, and, I mean, I think really we should try to find a more, how would you say it, holistic approach to, not necessarily holistic, sorry. Maybe, using marijuana, you know, medical marijuana rather than opioids, being that it isn't addictive. I think really my problem is I'm not in pain much anymore. Obviously, I'm just addicted. I mean, it was, 4 or 5 months ago since the incident of the, you know, the heroin and all that. And I was just kind of, you know, wanted to call in and ask what your opinion on using marijuana as a painkiller. I mean, intense, huge, copious amounts of marijuana to cope with pain. You know,
Well,
and lots of weed.
well, it's still a drug, and I'm from Colorado initially, which is where pot is legalized. I don't know, man. I think it's up to the individual. I know some people who have smoked marijuana and then ended up going on to harder drugs because of that, and then I know people who have gotten off hardcore drugs and gone back to smoking marijuana. So, it is what it is. So, but anyway, thanks for your call.
Oh, okay, good. Oh,
And that's how we do calls. So, let's see. Yeah. Store. Well, now look, in regards to the whole marijuana crisis, or the whole, did legalize it. And if any of you guys have seen what's going on in Colorado, traffic is really bad there now. There are all sorts of junkies there, from what my friends tell me. The drug problem has gotten worse, and now they want to legalize mushrooms in Colorado. That's what one of my friends told me the other night. Yeah, they want to legalize mushrooms. So it's bad enough that people always drive well stoned in Colorado, but now with mushrooms, it's going to get even worse. Yeah, I know. I have several missed calls. Let's see. It's legal in it's legal in Canada, but it feels like almost nothing has changed. Well, nothing ever changes in Canada, Canonymous, so that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Okay. Oh, terrific. More phone calls. Hello?
Hey Sam, how are you doing?
Hey there, how are you?
I'm good. I have a quick question on the government shutdown. What do you think about that?
I think, as I said earlier in the program, I think Trump needs to keep the government shut down until we at least get some headway on the wall. I mean, let me ask you this. How has your life changed because of the shutdown?
Well, my life hasn't changed very much. I mean, recently I found a person on Twitch that's entertained me. His name is Big_Chun. You guys should go follow him. But anyways, the government shutdown hasn't affected me too much. It's mainly my parents who they've affected because my dad, I don't really want to get too much.
Okay. Well, if people are just going to be promoting channels and whatnot, then that's not, we don't want to do that, so. Did we lose the stream there? I think we might have. Are we back, or? I know, yeah. Oh, so we're still live, but, yeah. YouTube's already trying to give me the boot. Okay, yeah, hang on. First off, let me see who this caller is. Hello, caller.
Hello?
Hey there.
Hello?
Hey there.
Hello?
And he couldn't fix his phone line, so that's an obvious hang up there. You guys gotta come prepped. So, this was good. The first call was a little weird. Okay, let's give this guy one more chance. Hi, you're on air.
Hello. From the river to the sea, Palestine will surely be.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, these are all print calls, so just as I thought. But yeah, this is hilarious. It really is. I miss this. Okay. Has anyone super chatted me yet? I think it may be time, folks, to shut the phone line down for the night. So yeah, and yeah, that's true, Ken. I did post this to RITC. Palestine? Yeah. I did. This is fun. 13 viewers and 10 likes. So yeah, just roll with the troll. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. So PayPal.me/Whitfield Pod if you feel like contributing. I won't ban you from the chats or mute you from PayPal. So this just in, Sam thinks Palestine is meh. Oh, first foul ball. We have a foul ball, ladies and gentlemen. One dislike. Yeah. Ooh, and one last listener too. Foul ball. I need to get the soundboard updated. I really do. I only have one soundboard sound effect connected to the soundboard right now. So alright. Is the Dusty Bogan alive yet? Oh good god, what was that? That was a weird British Lithuanian accent. Oh great, more trolls. Unknown caller. Hello caller, you're on the air.
Looking to move some things around the farm and kind of low on funds. Just see if you got any deals this week.
Oh, is this our friend Based? By any chance?
Could we just call me Fred tonight? Thank you.
Alex.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, Alex.
Go ahead.
Oh, Alex Jones. It's you. Are you selling? Are you
Oh,
selling?
no, not Al Jones. See, I have this business where I hunt bad people on the side. And, I got this thing, where I gotta keep the kids fed and, I want to keep food in their mouth and stuff. And
So you're John Wick then, basically.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry. Well, okay. So you don't sell tractors?
No, dude. This isn't you.
Wait a minute. Are you a fucking pedo?
No. Are you, sir?
pedo here. I'm going to get you, pedo. I get all the pedos. I always take down all the pedos. I'm telling you, I'm going to get you, pedo.
Sir,
That's
you,
that. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. The FBI is going to get you.
yeah, I'm already a member of the female body inspector unit, so yeah, I'm not sure what FBI he's referring to, but yeah, the FBI, the female body inspectors, they're great. They're absolutely great. By the way, whoever called in as base Texan, props to you, sir, whoever you are. That is outstanding. Fed. Yeah, Cannon. Well, I am dressed kind of fed like. So let's see. Sam, you pimp. First of all, I thought that said Sam, you gimp. But oh, is Nightwave live yet? I think they might be. Anyway, folks, what a show. Huh? What a show. I think this was good for our first call-in here tonight. So, let's see. Base child smacker. Okay. We only have 4 watching, so let's see. Good test. Alright, folks, so it's 10:03 and people are starting to wind things down, so I want to thank all of you for watching, and if you haven't already, hit that big red subscribe button to get notifications of when I'm live and whatnot in your YouTube feed, although I think the notifications, they don't work for anyone anymore. I missed Nightwave last night because I didn't get a notification even though I have the little bell. So anyway, thanks to all of you who joined in to the show. Thanks to those of you who called last night as well, or tonight I should say. And folks, I'll be back tomorrow on this channel for a new episode of the American Watchman Roundtable with Josh and Gabe and Adam, so be sure to tune in for that as well. Anyway, and if you want to subscribe to the podcast, please do so as well. I'll be uploading that tonight, as always. And folks, from all of us here at NGC1, good night, God bless, and God save this great nation. Thank you very much for tuning in to the show.